Test, test, test. Here we go. Got my wire. Okay. Hi there, this is Jay here from Jeremy Jacob. Today I'm going to tell you why doing viewings on a Saturday or Sunday, the weekend, sucks. Of course, I'm trying to lure you in with my sensationalism, but here's the deal, okay? There is logic to this madness and there's a bit of cynicism from us agents. Let me explain. Let's have a bit of fun first. Let's do the cynicism. So agents are suspicious that there are lots of people that do viewings on a weekend where it's just like, I've done a hard week's work. Babes, do you fancy like going down the high street on a Saturday, get a coffee and just sort of like, oh, let's go and daydream, let's go and look at some properties. I'm telling you, it happens all the time, I promise you. So this is why viewings suck on the weekend for us agents. We're not sure if you guys are as serious as the real hardcore people that come out during the week. So that's number one. And number two, feeding off the back of that, how many times have I done a viewing on a Saturday where the viewing is at 11 and then they turn up 20 minutes late and guess what they've got in their hands? They've got their Starbucks cup and you think, oh, you've gone to your coffee shop and you're thinking, because it's the Saturday and like you're kicking back with your partner, you can just rock up late to the viewing. So this is why agents are a little bit cynical about people that do viewings on the weekend. We like to think that the ones that are really serious and focused will come out during the week, but there's so much more logic now to why doing viewings on the weekend sucks, and you should do your viewings during the week. There's so many reasons. Okay, most estate agents, yes, they open on the weekend. They operate on a sort of skeleton staff. It's really typical for just like an office person to come in on the weekend to answer the phone. So they're not there during the week. They have nowhere near as much knowledge about processes, how the company works. They may have used to once work at the company full time and now they just do a bit of ad hoc weekend work. Or it could be just a Saturday person, just needs a bit of pocket money and they'll literally be paid to come into the office, answer the phones. They don't really have any information. They just take the message down and send an email for the main estate agency persons, negotiators to deal with when they come into the office on Monday. So nothing's really going to happen. What else? Oh God, it's a pain. Us estate agents, we walk into the office worried on the weekend, knowing that the viewings that we've got and the keys that we sometimes need from the other estate agents, so help me God, will they be the keys, will they be there and accessible? This is a typical thing, a pain point for us estate agents. On Friday, what happens? It's the end of the week. The estate agents tend to hit the pub potentially from 4 o'clock onwards. Doesn't the rest of the working world in London? And what happens is that if they had a set of keys on them from their viewing on Friday afternoon, oh whoops, accidentally they stay in the back pocket and they don't get returned to the office. Or if an estate agent is having to share and borrow keys with a main agent, it's quite normal to have maybe 3 or 4 agents marketing one property. There's only 1 or 2 sets of keys in circulation. Normally it goes to the keys will go to the office which is nearest to the property, and lo and behold, you book out the keys with this other estate agent and you want to be organized for your Saturday viewing, and you get there and the keys are not there. And who are you there? Who is helping you? It's the admin person who does not really know what's going on because they only come in for a few hours on a Saturday, and it's really frustrating because they don't really know what's going on and the keys have disappeared and you've got a viewing at 11, 12, 1 o'clock on a Saturday, and then you have to call your person up and say, I'm really sorry, I have to cancel it. Even worse, 5 minutes before the viewing, you establish this information. You can question yourself if you're not a very good agent if you're only establishing 5 minutes before a viewing these types of things. So there's lots of logic why viewings suck on the weekend. Now, I'm going to push back on you guys now, the tenants. Okay, we as agents, unfortunately, I'm just going to be honest with you, we prioritize based on information that's coming our way, and we will drill down and focus on the prospective tenants that are willing to come out during the week, because they're willing to leave their work for an hour, they're willing to do viewings in the evening and graft, and it just says to us from a signaling point of view that you are more serious and focused and you need to get this done. So, and I would argue that we are in, we've never before better been capable in this day and age with COVID changing the nature of our working patterns for us to be able to work from home and set aside maybe an hour or two to just sort of dip away from the office to go and do some viewings. So I would argue that as well. So those that come out during the week, they're more focused, they have a deadline, they need to get it done. We will focus on those. Those that can only come out on the weekend, we are questioning you and are you really serious? So unfortunately, I'm going to be honest with you, us agents do focus on those that come out during the week. I will appreciate that there are sometimes those relocating from outside of London, outside of the area, and they only have one day that they can come down and do their viewings, and it's on a weekend. But when I explain to you all of the hoopla about agents, they're only open between 10 and 4 o'clock, an admin person that comes in to just run the desk for the day, they don't really know what's going on. The keys might not be there. And some agents don't open full stop, some do. They're all different times of the day. Some will open Saturday, but not Sunday. Would you really want to give up your weekend and stress to calm down and face all that? And I haven't even mentioned the tenants of existing properties. So the tenants that are due to move out of properties, they've served their 2 months notice, they're moving on. It's quite often the way that they do not want any viewings on the weekend. They've been accepting and accommodating from agents calling them up every 10 minutes to say, can I do a viewing during the week? That they get to the weekend and it's like, actually, I need a bit of me time, so I don't want any viewings coming in either. So there's a bunch of stuff going on. So stay clear from doing viewings on the weekend. If you're serious, come out during the week. You have to put the effort in. You know, sometimes I get people that ring me up and they say, I really like this property. Can you go and ask the landlord if they'll take an offer? I'm like, but you haven't actually viewed it yet. I know in this day and age, people working remotely and COVID sensitivities, we're more respectful of that now. But before COVID, we would get this fun and games. And the first question we'll ask is, but when we put this offer up to the landlords, the first thing they'll ask is, have you actually viewed the property? You have to do the graft, you have to get up and you have to make the effort to go and do the viewings. Because if you're going to play the game of making a negotiated offer, you need to show that you've made the effort to come in, examine the property, really assess it and look at it. But if you're making an offer before you've even bothered to go and look at it, that just says to me as an agent or a landlord that you're potentially just trying it. So get off your butt, come and look and do a viewing is my advice. I appreciate, once again, we're in a different world now. More and more people are taking properties, having done viewings remotely. We're doing lots of video viewings. We've got this YouTube channel and people do take properties from based on videos. So that's fine. It's the world we're in. And we will always do our best to be accommodating. I would always encourage you to send a representative on your behalf. I'm always really positively surprised that anyone that's moving from out of the area quite often has a friend, family member that can come at least and do a viewing on their behalf and feedback to them. And personally, I'm a big fan of that. I think that that's really going to give you a much better insight and again, something that I would encourage as an option. So I had my little rant, I suppose, about the weekend viewings. They do suck. Come out during the week, and I hope this helps. All the best. Speak soon.